Welcome back, everybody, and we've got really exciting news for you. 6-0 in favor of the Sarnia Sting. What a second period, a lot different than what we saw in the first period from the Sarnia Sting. They've certainly changed up the game. Jordan Kairu in here with 3 goals in this period, and also special mention to Jonathan Ang and Cam Deneen there as well. So what a fantastic, exciting game going on here. We've already seen some, there was a fight in there as well, so lots of penalties flying around there as well. But Sarnia Sting again leading 6-0. Now, as you know, what we always like to do on the second period break, the chuck-a-puck is happening on now, and we've torn Tana Manchester away from the fun down there on the rink.
I know, I'm trying to peek and see.
She's peeking out there. There's lots going on. Tana, thanks for joining us here. You're with the Sarnia Special Olympics.
Yes.
And last time I talked to you was earlier in the summertime, and you had some things going on. But since then, the Sarnia Special Olympics has really grown here in Sarnia.
Yes, we definitely have grown. So last year, January 2017, we started adding some more sports. So before that, we only had swim. So we have added, we went from 1 sport to 7 sports now. So we added basketball, powerlifting, then we did soccer in the spring, and then we also added floor hockey and bowling to our winter sports.
Wow.
And we're starting up again this spring, and I just sent out the registration info, and we're actually adding track and field now as well. And
wow.
sorry, I missed powerlifting in there. So we've
powerlifting too.
Yeah,
wow.
So we've gone from 1 sport to 7 sports in a little over a year. So it's
that's
amazing.
Fantastic.
Oh,
congratulations.
It's
So
just awesome.
what do you test that to? Why have you grown so well?
Well, there's a need. There's a huge need in the community for, programs for individuals with intellectual disabilities. So, I mean, they didn't have options before, and now, they have to pick and choose. Oh, well, I want to do these 3 or these
choices.
2. So, yeah, it's awesome.
Which is what we all have to do,
that's
right?
Right.
We got to make those choices.
That's
so
right,
that's
and that's
good.
what I'll typically develop kids. I mean, they can, join any number of sports, and now our kids can as well.
How long has the Sarnia Special Olympics been in Sarnia?
Well, we just formed our community council the end of 2016, so there has been a swim team for about 15 years or so.
Okay.
But it was just really getting volunteers to form a council and get things going again and find volunteers. So we've just been really lucky with all the awesome volunteers. So our swim team had 3 volunteers, and we now have about 75 active volunteers across all the sports. Oh, it's just wonderful.
Wow. And now this is something personal for you as well, that you're involved in the Sarnia Special Olympics.
That's right. Like my reason is my daughter Emma. She's 13, and what got me going on this is, she turned 11 and she was aging out of the different programs offered at Pathways. Okay. And she didn't stop wanting to do things just because she turned 11.
Right.
And putting her in mainstream sports just wasn't really an option. It wasn't fair for her. So, I was going crazy trying to figure out what am I going to do, because I wanted her to be able to do these things. And Special Olympics Ontario came in with an information session one night, and I went, and it's just kind of snowballed from there. I took on the role of community coordinator, and some other parents jumped on the council, and I'm just lucky I have a big family that is very involved as well.
Right.
Cousins and my dad is
so
one
you
of
got a
the
nice support system going on.
I do fortunately have a really good support system, and they have wonderful friends as well that have jumped on board. My cousins are all in their mid-20s, so they have tons of friends that have joined as well to volunteer.
Right.
So it's just awesome. And then people in the community hear about it more. Lots of athletes, brothers and sisters, and friends from school even have come out to join. So it's just great.
Look at you! You're all excited about
it,
and that's happy. It's made you happy. What kind of? I mean, obviously, with your daughter being involved, but with all the different athletes involved, how many athletes would be involved here locally?
We have close to 70.
75.
And so I'm thinking we'll have even more now starting up track and field in May.
So what kind of progressions have you seen? I mean, obviously you're happy to see some positive things for your daughter and the different athletes involved. What do you see? What do you see happening when they get involved?
Well, they were so shy when they first started, right? Like our first basketball practice, everybody's kind of looking around and not really wanting to say anything. But now these kids, they walk in like they own the place. They're high-fiving everybody. They have friends there. They're happy to see each other. They're happy to see the volunteers, giving lots of hugs. And there's lots of socialization too, which is huge for these kids, because I know my daughter can't, go to somebody's house and stay over, or walk down the road and play with somebody, right?
Really what you've created is basically what any teenager wants.
That's
it's just opportunity
That's right.
to mix and mingle and socialize and just be a teenager and a kid and have fun,
That's
right?
exactly
I mean, that's really
right.
what it is.
Yeah, so I mean, now they get to see their friends, 3, 4, sometimes 5 nights a week, depending on
That's
what
awesome.
they're going to. So
And moms and dads get to smile and be proud, just like any other parents, right?
And fortunately, we don't have to have our parents be coaches. And I know some parents do get involved and want to be volunteers, and that's great. But it is nice for a lot of these parents just to be able to sit and watch their kids do something and have fun.
Just like anybody else would.
That's right.
No, that's fantastic. Right. Well, congratulations on that. Let's talk more about the obvious obstacle that most charities and non-profits face, and that's money, right? So, I mean, the Chuck-a-Puck, the Sarnia Sting, big supporters of community, and so besides things like the Chuck-a-Puck, what do you do to keep the ball rolling as far as paying for stuff?
Yeah, so we've done some fundraisers. We've done some paint nights. We sell chocolates, $2 almonds. We've also, we're getting known now around the community, so service clubs are paying attention now as well, and I've gone and spoke to a bunch of them, and they are very supportive, so that's great. And there's one organization in particular called 100 Women Who Care Sarnia.
Okay.
So they meet 4 times a year, and it's women in the community that, they want to help. They might not have time to come out and volunteer every single week, but they can come to a meeting 4 times a year. They bring a $100 check with them, and 3 charities come in and speak at their meetings, and then they decide who's going to get the money. So we actually went, thinking it was in the late last year, and we got over $9,600 from them.
It's amazing.
So they picked it. Yes, I mean, it was just awesome to be in this, this sea of faces, and they're just saying, yes, we believe in what you're doing, and we want to help. So that's awesome.
So that's great. It's the community, especially Sarnia. You and I both know is a really great supportive community in Sarnia. What is there a special event? So the Special Olympics happen in Sarnia, or is this just ongoing, or is there a main event?
There's ongoing weekly practices, and we also go to competitions, so that's one of the nice things with Special Olympics. So actually just this past weekend we took our basketball team down to Tilsonburg.
Oh, nice.
And we took 2 teams, and they each got to play 4 games, and I mean, it was awesome. One of the moms that's here tonight, she can't even talk today from, yelling and cheering so much. Like, we take a bus down, the kids just love it, and it's just a great day. So we'll have another basketball tournament. We've already gone to a swim meet in London. We'll be doing a floor hockey and bowling tournament as well.
I always like playing that one, floor hockey.
Yeah, it's so much fun. And then we're actually hosting, so we can host tournaments here as well.
Right.
So we're hosting a swim meet in Moortown actually April 8th.
Wonderful.
So, yeah, and that's other, communities come down here.
And anybody can come and watch this if they want to.
Right.
Just look at okay, that sounds
so
like
I post everything on our Facebook
page.
I
know you do.
I have lots of information so that people, kind of know what's going on in and around.
Tell everybody the information, website, Facebook, how can they reach out if they want to just be involved or be a volunteer or just come out and watch?
That's right. So if you go to Special Olympics Sarnia on Facebook, you can like our page, and I always post stuff on there. We do have a website as well, and I don't know it exactly.
That's okay. We'll
but if you search Special Olympics Sarnia, yes, and we'll post it, that'd be great.
Google
it.
And
if you want to contact me, my email address is sarnia.coordinator@specialolympicsontario.ca. I know it's super long, but I check my emails all the time, and if people are interested, we want to hear from them for sure.
Tana, thank you so much, and congratulations on all your hard work and all the kids enjoying themselves. The Sarnia Special Olympics, you can get involved. We'll share that with the post. Just before we go, we want to go to our out-of-town scoreboard. We'll get our producer, Jason, to bring that up so I can show that to you. Let's go North Bay Battalion and Hamilton Bulldogs. Hamilton leading 3-1 there. Ottawa ahead 3-2 against Kitchener Rangers. The Sioux Greyhounds, this is an interesting one against the London Knights, 3-2 in favor of the Sioux, and of course the Sarnia Sting will be coming up to take on Sarnia Sting next weekend. Barrie Colts and Owen Sound still tied at 0 apiece, 5-1 in favor of Windsor over Erie, and coming up 4 o'clock, we'll have a couple more games we'll be able to talk to. And of course, again, right now, just before we go, we'll tell you one more time, 6-0 in favor of the Sarnia Sting. Don't forget, we'll be live post-game downstairs in the Players' Lounge, always talking to one of the coaches or players. Who knows who they'll send to us, but we hope you'll stay with us as well. And check out again Tana Manchester and the Sarnia Special Olympics here in Sarnia. Thanks everybody for watching. Broadcasting for the Video Show Network, I'm David Burrows, and my friend Tana. Thanks for watching.